9 games to go in this 82-game regular season. A lot on the line tonight. Big night of basketball in March. Indiana starts the night in 7th. They have a 3-game advantage over Chicago. They have fallen to 10th. The Pacers get a win tonight. They could put a world of hurt on the Bulls' playoff chances. It's the Pacers and the Bulls tonight on Fox Sports. And the Bulls control the opening tip.
Well, they've had it from a variety of places. That's something that they've got to deal with. Dunleavy's been out. Gasol's been out. I mean, these are the guys that have been out for an extended period of time.
That's a drive by Dunleavy in the win against Houston on Sunday. Monte Ellis had a big game. Uses the screen. Looks ahead to Mahimi for a dunk, and the Pacers have this. Dunleavy has it knocked away by Ellis. Backdoor, Butler for the Chicago Bulls.
Boy, he just carried the ball. He literally walked 2 steps with the ball under his hand.
Rose jump shot, and they have doubled up the Pacers.
Taking advantage of the fact Derrick Rose has pretty much been playing with just one arm, and the Pacers didn't come up with that rebound there.
Here's Derrick Rose again, and they got it. That off the backboard, and Mahimi has another one as George got it. 14. They hit 9 of 22 from three-point range last night in their 102-100 loss. Here's Paul George for 3. Who had a season-high 29 in Chicago back in December, is also off the bench.
You know, so you expect it's going to be a well-played game, and putting the Bulls out of their misery will be icing on the cake.
Ty Lawson is in. He finds Paul George, and PG has 9. Speedway night, we've got a number of IndyCar drivers, Connor Daly, James Hinchcliffe, so man, that's Miritich laying it in and a chance. He's Drew Holiday's brother, Justin, in his 3rd year out of Washington, was traded from Atlanta to Chicago. McDermott takes the foul and gets it. And Holiday has come in. He replaced Etuan Moore. Again, Moore had missed the last 6 games with a left hamstring injury, and now in the corner, good 3-point shooter, and he got the bounce again.
Yeah. That's what I'm waiting to see. I'm waiting to see CJ have one of those nights where it doesn't matter who's guarding him, it goes in, because that's fun.
He's 9 of his last 21 from 3-point range. Deep 3 by Brooks. Tied at 37. Bulls have led by as many as 8. And they are cranking up the 3s, and this time they dunk it. Career Mike Dunleavy, 42% on the year. 4.5 years again in Indiana, and Mahimi again at the rim, and he has a 12-point first half. Conference finals, now trying to get back in the playoffs. Critical game tonight against the Bulls.
Good defense here. Really good defense.
Taken by George.
Yeah.
Racing. Scoring. Paul George.
I mean, he's doing this from the 19. I'm sorry, 20-year-old.
He had 24 points, 16 rebounds on his birthday, and the Pacers.
And that's okay, ladies and gentlemen. You realize you got to come up with a different decision, a different answer. Trying to make up for that bad pass with a 3-point shot.
When the Pacers only had 2 first-half turnovers, and in fact, that's how they got back in the game with that 8-0 run. Taking care of the ball, being wise down the stretch. Size advantage here, Dunleavy against Ellis. Rose.
A half away from Gasol, because those are the shots that he can take and make easy.
That's his first field goal. He had 2 first-half free throws.
That baseline shot off that screen. Lob. Missed him again. That's miscommunication.
The rebound. Pacers a chance to take the lead. 5 minutes deep, 3rd quarter. Ellis drives on Dunleavy. Missed it!
Yeah! Because Miritich is not a defensive-minded or a rebounding-minded person. Lavoy Allen, very good offensive rebounder.
Etuan Moore has come in for Chicago. Rose drives at the rim and scores.
Lost the ball. Very good look inside.
Gets out of the lane, missed it, but it's tipped out. Shot clock does not set. 5 to shoot. Ellis.
Rolled it, but I'm telling you, that's a big man that came down on him. Paul is now sitting on the bench. He was going to get a little bit of a break anyway.
C.J. Miles is in. Miritich got it. Tipped in by Felicio there. 5 bench players with Felicio, the rookie out of Brazil, playing the center position. For his first points of the second half, Miritich. First half. They scored 39 points, short on the rim by McDermott. Lawson, Stuckey takes it against Mirotic and scores.
Did a nice job.
Fighting for a playoff spot. Pacers weren't there a year ago. Chicago was. Here is Moore and Felicio. Miles is in replacing George, guarding Mirotic.
He's just trying to go to the basket.
They have flipped the script. They were down 7.
You say that before.
Now up 7. Turner, turnaround jumper. First points for the rookie. Good news was he played in both games against Brooklyn and Houston. Here, Quinn, the drive met by Felicio and Paul George to the ground.
Well, it's to the ground, but it's to the ground because Felicio stepped on his foot as he came down. That was part of the pain. The other part.
Playing without Kevin Durant and Serge Ibaka. 51-50 is the score as Miles Turner hits his second shot of the quarter.
That's Ty Lawson that got that. He turned the corner so fast as you take a look at Miles.
Has come back in. Shot clock at 8.
Right, call for it. He did the right thing. Give him some credit. Young man called for it, and that's why Paul George, as you can see, the spirits of the Bulls are right down a little bit. And Frank was trying to push it up to force them to have to defend, and then if you get a bucket, then you're going to have to get a timeout call.
It is an 8-0 run. That was blocked. Shooting 46%. The Bulls are shooting 43% as Mirotic ties it.
Solomon's, again, he's looking to help. As Fred Hoiberg is going to try to get us throwing away. Good to see him get the offensive rebound.
Pacers try to regain the lead. George barely hit the front of the rim.
Ball, so he lost Mirotic, and that's how Mirotic got open for the shot. I don't think he'll lose him this time.
Oh, he does.
He does. There should have been a switch.
He missed a wide open 3.
Yeah.
18 to play. We're tied at 96.
They're trying to get it inside to Paul George on that mismatch.
I don't know where he was throwing the basketball.
You don't.
He was tied up down there in the corner. But a turnover gives the Bulls the ball and a chance to take the lead. Rose missed it badly, rebounded by George. Final 24 seconds. Been an amazing year. Here comes Ellis underneath the basket, throws it out to George. Still time on the shot clock. Miles Turner.
Gotta shoot it. That's partially blocked. Yeah, Gasol got it. It got partially blocked. They'll have 15, 16 seconds on the clock if it goes all the way down.
Everybody on their feet here at Bankers Life Fieldhouse. Butler guarded by George. Now Gasol. His jump shot no good. He got his own rebound, and it's knocked out by Turner.
Well. Hey, Pacers get a real break here.
So, tied at 96. Bulls trying for their 3rd win this year against Indiana.
Oh, no, he's wide open. He was wide open. He was turning that corner, and our angle was right there. He was wide open as the Pacers were trying to defend him. Looking like a little bit of indecisiveness to me, Chris. And what I'd like about it is the Pacers have time on the clock. Normally a team plays in these circumstances, and they're the last one to take the shot.
C.J. Miles is also in. Chicago has a foul to give. And a foul, there it is, on Jimmy Butler. So the foul to give comes at 1.9.
Orlando.
Here's C.J. Miles. He's going to fire a 3. And it's off the mark, and the Pacers lose. And the Bulls, with their back against the wall, have won the season series against the Indiana Pacers.
This is what I thought the Pacers were going to get, Chris. I mean, somehow the Bulls fall back, and this tenacity, and you can see the discipline.